Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Reggie Winston, and I am the Better Barber. Thank you for checking out this channel. In today's haircut video, we're going to do a low ball fade. I'm doing this for my little cousin RJ, who's graduating high school, so I gotta make sure my boy is right. If you like working together, man, being part of a community and helping other barbers get better, man, please subscribe to this channel. We love valuable feedback. Please leave your comments and everything, your questions. Just throw it all in the comment section below. Make sure you share this video if you find some value in it or if it was entertaining at all. Thank you again for checking out this video. Let's get straight into this haircut. All right, let's go. So yeah, this is RJ, man. We're gonna do a low ball fade on. I'm gonna start with clipper open. This time I'm gonna go with clipper open, and I'm gonna go right around this ear, and we're gonna drop it below the occipital bone. From the front of the haircut, you can see I kind of started at the top of that C with the clipper open, and we're going to work our way all the way around this thing with this clipper open. And I'm using a cordless Wall 1919. I did modify this one to have the legend blade and the blade slide on it, so technically I'm using a cordless Wall legend, but the body is the 1919. I checked to make sure that the guidelines are the same on both sides. Here I'm closing it down some. I'm gonna work my way back around the head. I'm not going as high as I did on the first line. I'm staying below that line. Like I said, this is almost halfway down on the clipper lever. Let's work our way all the way around. Close it down a little bit more, and let's work our way back around to the other side. Again, this is gonna be a low ball fade. I don't like starting with a trimmer because it's so hard to get that line out. Now I got it all the way closed. You see my wife coming to ask me a few questions. Shout out to my wife Jessica, aka the Millionaire Midwife. Go follow her on Instagram. Now I got a 1.5, I think it is, on the clipper closed with the grain. As you see, man, he take care of brushing. He's not a big brusher and a waver, but we're gonna make sure he leaves with a few waves in his head today. Proper cutting and polishing and, you know, manipulating the hair can help this customer with coarse, kinky hair have a little bit of a wave pattern when he leaves. We're going all around his head with this 1.5 close. Be careful around the whirl area. This is my first time cutting them, so I'm just trying to be careful around that whirl area. This is kind of overkill. I didn't need to do this with this 1.5 because this is the area where it's fading down. So I suggest, man, don't even worry about the size too much with that 1.5. I still got that 1.5 and I flipped it over and I'm tapering around the edge up, and I'm starting to fade on the parietal ridge. You start below the line that you created when, you know, it's no guard open. You start below that line and go up to the top of that parietal ridge. We want these waves to kind of cascade, or this fade to cascade onto the side of the head. You can see the line I created. This is that one guard now. We're doing an open, and we're not going to the top of the head. We just at the top of that parietal ridge. And that one guard is going to open, is going to help take out that 1.5 closed line that I did around the parietal ridge. It wasn't as distinct of a line, but I noticed it. This is now one guard closed, and we're not going up as high as we did with the one guard open, and just work your way around the head with the grain. And the fade is already taking shape. Flip this thing over. This is one open, and we're going to walk through that first initial line, which was a no guard open, and we're just going to get this fade going. And we're going to work in one direction, do a whole pass, and we'll come back the other way. As you notice, I'm not staying in one area too long. Again, we continue to taper down that hairline as well. I don't like seeing a lip on somebody's hairline, and I hate it when a barber cuts mine and I have a lip on my hairline. So cut down the lip, the edge up will last longer. This is one guard closed now. We're working our way around again. Start below the initial line. Like I said, you always want to cut through that, and you can see the fade is already presenting itself. work back. We can kind of two teeth when we get high up on that fade, but at the bottom down there near the initial line, you definitely want to put all your blades on it, the entire blade on it. But the higher you go, you kind of rock the clipper off to one side of the blade. We went back to clipper open, just kind of tighten up that fade. Now this is a this is a half guard closed. And this half guard closed is the perfect guard to remove the line from a no guard open and a one guard close. So this half guard close is going to get that no guard open line out. I always try to preach work in one direction, but when you get down to the nitty gritty like this, you can kind of go back and forth, because right now I'm creating W's with the right side of my blade. When I say creating W's, what I'm saying is I'm keeping the blade on the head, and I'm actually, like I'm drawing with a pencil, W's, the up and down. It's like an up and down motion with the clipper basically, and to the side. Just imagine creating W's on his head with the clipper blade. I went back to the no guard blade open, creating W's again, really getting this fade in there. This is polishing. I didn't have to do this before the shampoo, but I wanted to. I had plenty of time on his haircut. It wasn't like a back-to-back day. I actually kind of came in to cut his hair for his graduation. If I had, a regular day at the barbershop, I would have definitely been at the shampoo bowl by now. But I got the guard back on. This is a half guard. I'm just kind of going between open and closed, just polishing and combing. So, if you notice, I'm doing more cutting than combing. I want y'all to always remember that. People come to get their hair cut, not combed. Working around this whirl area, I grabbed a 2 guard, and this should be closed, and I'm just kind of going against the grain at that whirl area. I did this because I didn't want to go with the grain here, because I didn't know exactly how his hair spin around in those different whirl areas and circles. So going with a large guard and going against the grain will help marry what I did with the grain. As you see that fade looking good, I seen something right here on the top of that parietal ridge where I just kind of wanted to walk it down a little bit more. Back with that 1.5 close. And that's that 1. I'm on that ridge. There's a 1 open on that ridge. Just trying to smooth this thing in. Again, this is that no guard open. Just tighten this fade up before we go to the shampoo bowl. If you like what you're seeing, please leave a like. Let me know that you like this video. If you have any questions, again, please drop those questions in the comments. If you found this video useful, man, please share it with your friends. Got that 1 guard on it again, man. Just really trying to nitpick on this fade because this is graduation. All right, cool. I just came back from the shampoo bowl. I put spritz on the line and I put some foam wrap in his hair. The foam wrap is going to help really lay this hair down and keep it really nice and polished looking. As you can see, wave patterns are already presenting themselves. I'm brushing on medium heat, high fan speed, soft, medium side of the brush. Brushing the hair in the direction it wants to lay. This is a process right here, man. If you apply this, it's going to really help your haircuts look more polished. I also did replenish the scalp with some oil, and that was before I put the foam wrap in. Let's get back to tightening up this fade. Grab that 1 guard open, and I'm just 2 teeth and creating W's, because a fade ain't nothing but scattered lines, and we create W's because all we do is win. Make sure y'all put that down in the comments. All we do is win. I want you to think about it when you're doing your fade next time. Create those W's because all we do is win. Also, you should notice I have switched combs. After you shampoo somebody's hair, you want to use a clean comb in their hair. I'm working in this line right here. It's a little bulk line right at the top of that ridge that I seen. I got it out with that 1 guard close with the grain. And right here, man, sometimes you can put a lot of pressure on it or just light pressure. You can just kind of skim over the hair. You'll get used to it and you'll get comfortable with it the more you cut hair. This is one beautiful thing about hair cutting, especially on African American men hair, where You got to really start learning how to nitpick and use certain pressures and certain size of the blade, and different strokes. It's a beautiful thing, man. This don't come easy, it don't come fast. Just stick to your systems and learn more. Never stop learning. As you see, I'm still just working on this fade, man. Just trying to blend this thing really nice. It ain't gonna be 1000% perfect, but it's gonna be a really good haircut. If you notice, he does have like a small line on the back of his neck. That's not from my cut. That's just from previous haircuts and trimmers leaving marks on them. Now we're skimming on top of this haircut with the clipper no blade closed. We're just skimming any flyaways, any loose hair sticking up. Take your time doing it. There's no rush doing it. You can also use shears. I'm applying some more spritz on the line just to make sure it's dried. Blow dry with cool air. That helps dry the spritz faster, so we can put a really nice crispy line on his edge up. And as you see, this edge up, man, it's not going to be a super easy one. It's not well defined when it's grown out, and it's kind of tight on the chair legs, and it's a little wavy on the top line as well. So just got to be careful and be mindful. So I put my initial line right dead center because it's going to help me create symmetry. I'm gonna walk it over to the corner. I'm using my comb, and I'm talking to Aaron about it because I know sometimes there's something he has a question about when it comes to doing his haircut. So I wanted to kind of show him and see what his feedback was. To make things simple and make things like easy to see, I'm going to use this white chalk pencil. It's a white outliner pencil, an eyeliner pencil. I like it because I get to show the customer where I think his line should be, and he gets to agree or disagree. And from there, we can make the adjustments before we do the cutting. It's like measuring twice and cutting once. Now, doesn't this chalk line make that edge up look a lot more pronounced and understandable? Use the side of the pencil too when you're doing it. Always have another hand on the customer head so you can have a place that you can, just kind of be like one and balance. And don't be afraid to make that chalk line extend beyond where the line should be. If you look at the C right there, you see it goes a little bit beyond where the chair leg is. And same with the chair leg, it goes down past the C close to the eyebrow. We're going to clean this up. He would not leave with this chalk line on his face. But like I said, this is going to help us verify where the line should be. And if you notice, I keep standing behind him, looking in the mirror. That's important because when people get a haircut, the first thing they do when they get in the car is look in the mirror. So it's good to see what they see. I've already did the middle to the left side of the head, to the left corner. So now I'm just doing the right and marrying it to the middle. I did a chair leg. Let's get the C placed in. And all we're trying to do is create a foundation with our edger. And we're going to make it sharp with our razor. Pay attention to where that left hand was at when I was doing the edge up. I like to create contact so I can be one with the customer. You see that left hand right there on his temple? Just trying to be one with the customer and give me more balance. It helps me just kind of be in tune with what his head is doing, if it might move or whatever. You can't stop them from moving, but you can kind of become one by just that contact. We're cleaning out the C, the chair leg, cleaning off the sideburns. That's a solid foundation right there. Let's go ahead and clean up these eyebrows because this graduation, he got to look good in his pictures. And when I do eyebrows for my male clients, I only do the top line. I wanted to continue to make it look masculine but also clean. Comb that hair to the side in the way I like to flow, and you just kind of tap it on the top of that line and make sure you do what you need to do for that curvature to the side of the eyebrow. Just doing those eyebrows right there really has already made them stand out much more and made this haircut look cleaner. We're going to grab the enhancements, and I'm going to use a card and some Kiss mixed up with a little alcohol just to make it a little bit more thinner and easier to spray out the gun. stay tuned. I got a new gun video coming out. I got a update on this gun I'm using. It's a newer model. The company sent it to me and I want to tell you more about it. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can be in tune with the next video coming out. As you see, we spraying not only the hairline but around the head too. I see too many people make the mistake of only spraying the hairline and it look like a dark hairline and a light haircut behind it. You want to make sure that you spray enhancements not only on the hairline but around the fade and on top of the head. You can blend that in. So I'm gonna use a little Topic here. The fibers is going to make this thing pop even more. It mutes it down so it's less shiny, more of a matte finish. Using the card again, and I'm using to make sure you use a really even straight line edge of the card. This card is cut up a little bit so I can get multiple uses out of it. I do throw away each card after I use it. Now let's spray some holding spray on this thing to lock those fibers in. This is some gotta be glue. If he had to go work out right after this, I wouldn't use the fibers, maybe not even enhancement. But I know this is for graduation and he wants to look good. Being extra, I put out some shears. Just want to get those flyaways again. Especially right here on this edge up. Notice how the enhancement blends in well with the haircut. Lay them back and let's tap this edge up with a razor. We're using a razor to clean up this edge up and make it really nice, sharp and crispy. Stretch the skin. You see I'm doing that left thumb and I'm using different parts of that blade, man, for this spin on the C cups. Continue to stretch your skin with that thumb and tap that line. It shouldn't take you 10-15 minutes to do a razor line if you do a good job with the trimmer beforehand. Always set that foundation. As you see, I'm continuing to stretch, and we gotta do a spin like on that C. You stretch it even further. Cleaning up this chalk and on all the loose hairs around the forehead and making this thing look good. Let's blow dry the excess chalk off and the ash off. Using cool air again, high speed on the fan. Hairline looking amazing. I still see a little chalk. We're gonna clean the excess off with our trimmers. Y'all let me know what y'all rank this haircut, man. Is this a 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10? Let me know. Thank y'all for watching this channel, man, and being a part of the community. I really appreciate it. Gonna try to continue to improve and create more videos and put out more content on all my social platforms. Right now, man, I'm going to grab some product. I'm gonna use some S-Curl Twist Lock and Gel Wave Grease. It's a gel, excuse me, it's not a wave grease, but it's a gel from S-Curl. It's a twist and lock gel. But this is a really good holding gel. Has some shade moisture in there. Really nice shine. As you see, I put it in the crown area of his head. I didn't go all the way to the hairline. I'm gonna brush this thing in. The enhancements ain't going nowhere. Haircut's looking way more polished. This is why I get paid $75 per haircut. At least part of the reason. Not only do I put out great work, but the relationships I build with my customers and the resources, man, it really truly makes a great experience. Here I just spray some blue water on his face. It's a aftershave. It's an astringent toner. It's good for the face and the skin. Helps keep that skin youthful. He's checking out his haircut. He's feeling it. He's going to have a great time at his graduation. Shout out to my boy RJ Vic. First year in college. Dual sport athlete, basketball and football. Y'all, this has been a great video. Another one. Like I said, please follow me on Instagram, Reggie_Winston. The Better Barber Podcast is on all platforms. I am the Better Barber. I truly appreciate you for being a part of this community. Let's go ahead and finish this off with some theatrics and spray some good oil sheen on this haircut. Have any questions, any comments, please drop them below. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace out.